Hello everyone, this is an update video on my previous video called Spring Capsule Wardrobe 2021 21 pieces. I'm very new to Spring Capsule Wardrobe concept. I already did 2 videos on this subject. One is called Early Spring 2021 Capsule Wardrobe and the other one is Spring, the beginning of Spring Capsule Wardrobe 2021. Both of these videos will be linked right here. Also, they will be in the description box down below. And last week I decided to commit myself to wearing only one of those pieces that I have created in my previous video. The total was 19 outfits out of 21 pieces. Of course, this was only 1 week of wearing them, to be precise 6 days, and the concept, the goal was to not look for something else in my wardrobe and just to stick to this one. And honestly speaking, it went well. It was a little challenging when it comes to the weather because the weather wasn't very springy-like. Springy? Well, not like spring weather. So then, since the weather did not permit me wearing only these pieces, I mean in terms of the outer jacket, the jackets you can see here, they are light. So I was only counting in terms of jackets outerwear only on these 3 pieces, and at the end of the day, I decided to layer them with this sleeveless zipper jacket. We call it gilet. In French, gilet. We don't call it gilet, right? Because if I call it gilet, then it will look like I'm talking about this razor, men's razor, gilet. But you got it, a sleeveless jacket, okay? And speaking of accessories, scarves, I have decided to ditch one of these. And I wasn't really wearing this one as well. And the reason I decided to not wear this brown scarf is because I wasn't wearing this one, and in terms of the outfits, this brown didn't really go together with the rest of the stuff because I was really trying to match these 2 together. Yeah, so next time. But I decided to incorporate these 2 pieces actually because clearly I think this linen type, yeah, still having issues with my clothing adjectives, fabric adjectives. So this linen scarf, I decided to not wear this because it wasn't really warm. It wasn't really warming my neck up. As I said, the weather wasn't very promising in terms of more higher degree temperature. And so I was wearing this one a couple of times and this one as well because look at this gray turtleneck with this gray scarf look together, and this scarf, it's called Paris. Yay, we're really talking about Paris, the city. This is the scarf that I wore with these pants, so they were looking matchy together, and this scarf was much warmer. This is not a fast fashion brand. This doesn't have a name on it, so I can say how much it cost me. It actually cost me 5 euros, I think. I also bought another one. It was a present for someone, so I think they made a discount for me. So yeah, it's a 5 euro scarf from Paris, from these little souvenir shops that people go to pick up some stuff. And yeah, it did me some good. Okay, so now I will show you what outfits I wore within these 5 working days. I filmed every outfit so you can see what they represented instead of me trying to recreate them right here, so that you can have a more realistic view of what I'm talking about without me trying to wear them on right now. Day 1, it turns out I wore once the linen scarf. Day 2, leather jacket, jeans. Day 3, leather jacket, the brown pants. Day 4, I decided to layer up with this sleeveless jacket because the khaki military jacket was a little thin. And day 5, gray scarf and gray turtleneck. Apologies for a lighting issue because today I started filming quite late and you can see that it's very dark outside, so this actually influences my lighting. I don't have that ring type LED artificial lighting. When it's a daylight, all the light from this winter directly comes to my face, to this very setup, and it's much better, so I will do my best to film it during a daylight. And if there is a lesson that I learned that I could share with you is that you can do your best regarding the capsule wardrobe concept, and you can really try to stick to these original pieces, but I think it's totally okay to modify it and have a little bit of more clothes than you think you can pull off, because as I said, it's all dependent on the weather, on how you feel, on whether that day you decide to not wear that particular color and you have one color, one piece missing. So I think that it's important to play with a number of pieces and to come up with something that works really for you. And I'm so impressed with people having only a few dozens of pieces for the entire year. And again, I think it's something that depends on their personality, on whether they live in a four-season climate country, or whether it's just one or two seasons per year. And I think that the key here is that you're trying to do your best, but of course it's something doable if you want to downsize and have a smaller wardrobe, because hey, let me tell you, back in the day people used to not wear many clothes, and the way I know it is because my mom used to have only one or two pairs of pants when she was like a student back in the day, and a couple of white shirts. She was telling me that she had this idea with mixing up, making changes with accessories, having a scarf of different color, then the next day showing up with another scarf, because she felt like this would give a completely different vibe and would create a completely different outfit. And people would tell her, oh my god, you have so many clothes, how do you do that? And the reason is that she was really creating all these outfits with accessorizing with the help of accessories. And yes, so the reason I'm telling you this is that this is the key: accessorizing and making some changes and sticking to smaller wardrobe has worked all the time. And the proof to that is, for example, the story that I have shared on the experience of my mother. Thank you for watching. For videos like this, stay tuned, and also check out other videos of mine where I talk about the issues of fast fashion. They are more theoretical, and if you have time, like 15 to 25 minutes, and if you would like to get some important information on this matter, then make sure you check out my channel, because there I have put videos on the subject. Thank you again for tuning in, and me and my clothes, we'll see you next Sunday with a similar video like this. Thank you. Bye-bye.